think maybe it'll be good. If you're sleepy enough, it's like being drunk.
Yeah.
And you like things more when you're drunk.
True.
So I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what the greatest movie ever is? A Walk to Remember.
It really is.
So let's go. Welcome, everybody, to a very special episode of I Love This, You Should Too. With me is my lovely co-host she's waving like the queen in the back of a carriage.
Yeah, I was mostly waving at our listeners, but yeah.
In a queen-like fashion.
In a queen-like fashion, yes. I was being very fancy.
It's list number 78, wave like a queen in a carriage, Samantha RandhawaA.
That's me.
And I'm list number 28, make friends with a movie I don't like, Indy RandhawaA.
Oh.
And if you don't know, because it's in the title, you probably know. You're listening already. We're talking about the 2002?
Yes.
2002 teen melodrama. Is that fair?
A coming-of-age romantic drama film?
Yeah, all of those. A Walk to Remember. So this podcast, we take turns picking movies the other person probably wouldn't like or hasn't seen, something like that. It was Samantha's turn. And you picked A Walk to Remember.
It is. And it was my pick. And I loved it.
You loved it. Still holds up?
Still holds up.
Were you surprised how much you still liked it?
Yes. I was ready for my, adult brain to be like, this is kind of dumb. This is dumb. That's dumb. But I actually felt like it was heartwarming and nice, and it was kind of a compelling story, and I really do think that it is just a quality movie. Indy, you'd seen this before, but not recently.
I was surprised how little I remembered. So it made me question, did I see this? I was sure that I have.
Yeah.
But you know me, I remember movies.
You do.
I didn't remember any of this. None of these bits seemed familiar except for the wedding. That was the only thing. I was like, yeah, they get married. Okay, I'm ready for that. That's all I remembered. So it was like I was going into it fresh.
Yeah.
I clearly didn't have the reaction you did.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it or anything.
Okay.
It's a movie that does some things quite well. Uh-huh. And I think a lot of people are willing to overlook the many things it doesn't do well because they like what it does well.
Right.
And I get that. For me, it was hard because the things I think it does well are mostly in the final third of the movie. I think the first third was junk. I think the second third was fine. And I think the last act was pretty good. So I'd say, yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I get the appeal of this movie.
Yeah.
Because I think it does the teen melodrama. It encapsulates that time and that type of movie well. It's a good example of that.
Yes.
There's a lot of garbage before that, though.
There's a bit of garbage in this movie, right?
Like you were saying, oh, my adult brain is going to go like, oh, that's dumb, that's dumb. My adult brain kept going, that's dumb, that's dumb. And it mostly deals with the Shane West character and things around him.
Yeah.
Because he is the lead way more than the Mandy Moore character.
Which I did not remember. I didn't remember that it was his movie.
Because he's telling this story.
Yeah. That it wasn't 75% their movie.
And I think the best stuff comes when she's a bigger part of it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would do this movie differently and just kind of push everything up, really compress that first act down and get into their relationship and the revelation much earlier.
Yeah.
And I think that would make a better movie for me. I think the first act was filler and kind of dumb.
Yeah, I feel like they were really trying to drive home just how bad he was.
But also was he? He was, but not in ways that make him exciting and redeemable.
Yeah.
He's just oh, he's a dick and we like him for no reason? Cool.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to go.
It is
Rather
weird.
than saying he got into stuff that was maybe worse than what he actually gets into, but still has a good heart underneath it and he's trying to get past it.
Yeah.
That's something you can work with. Well, this guy is mean to the love interest.
Yeah.
And she likes him because why not?
Girls like mean guys.
Yeah, that's what this movie tells me.
Yeah, basically.
So that stuff, not great. But, of course, these are all spoiler-filled episodes, and it's A Walk to Remember. You probably wouldn't be listening to a podcast about A Walk to Remember if you haven't seen it. So
Didn't this come out like 25 years ago?
just about.
Yeah. So, you know what? If you haven't seen it, maybe pause and go see it and then question your life choices, because
Having not seen it?
how have you not seen A Walk to Remember?
Well, let's calm down a little bit. It's not all that. Maybe do you want to go through it kind of chronologically? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel the same way. I think this is a movie I have less to say about on themes
Characters.
that it's trying to get across, because I don't think that's really what this movie is trying to do as much.
Yeah, this is like a very kind of basic love story.
Yeah, maybe. And that's not a bad thing.
Layers upon layers of like thematic things that we can pick up on. So, yeah, let's just go from the start to the finish, and we can pause and talk about different characters and stuff throughout, but I think that's probably the best way to cover it.
Agreed. So I was saying that the movie to me gets better. I think the first scene is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I think the first 10 seconds, I think the titles are some of the worst I've seen in a proper budget movie. They bothered me so much. And the first lines of this movie are, I gotta take a massive piss.
Yep. Yeah.
Why would you start there?
It's really an odd choice, I think. Like, they're like, what do teenagers say?
These like the hooligans.
Yeah.
What's Shane West's name? Landon
Carter.
Landon Carter.
Mr. Carter.
So, was that a Travolta? Mr. Carter.
No, I was trying to be Southern. I was trying to be from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I went New York.
Oh.
But his friends and him are just terrible. Terribly written, terribly performed.
Yeah.
Is iffy on that, but I think it's more in the writing. And terrible people.
Yes.
But the writing, it's like everybody forgets what teenagers talk like.
Yes.
Like, you were a high school student at some point, writers of this, Nicholas Sparks and whoever did the screenplay.
Yeah.
Maybe also Nicholas Sparks, I don't know. But they make no sense. The first minute of this movie, I asked, like, what are they talking about? Mm-hmm. Everyone is just pushing and shoving. It's like, hey, we're boys, and they're just screaming.
Yeah.
And making fun of people like, oh, look at Opie over here. Because there's nothing that, like, 2002 tough kids like more than Ron Howard references. Do they watch that show? Do they know who Opie is? No, this was written by, like, a 50-year-old man or something. I hated that so much. Maybe more than anything in the movie, outside of other scenes with this group of characters.
Yeah.
They are insufferable. And I get that they're supposed to be bad and not likable, but it makes me think, not that these characters, like, ooh, they're naughty. It makes me think, like, this is a terrible movie and it's poorly written.
Yes. I feel like we could have cut this. I feel like we could have cut right to the point where they're about to jump off the water thing into the water place.
Oh, like Dawn in Buffy. What was that thing? There's just like a steel grating to nowhere? What's the purpose of that?
I don't really understand
Unless
where
it's
they
for
are.
the key to sacrifice herself.
Yeah. I feel like we could have started it there, where like Landon's going up and then all the kids are like jeering at them from the shore.
If you want to make these kids like, oh, they're bad kids and they made him do this, have them go like, hey, go up there and do this, and make him do it. Like, all of their, I don't even want to say colloquialisms, because I think they were made up for this movie. The way they speak is ridiculous.
It is.
And it's tiring to listen to.
It is. So you were a high school boy.
Yeah.
Did boys push each other that much? Was there a lot of pushing?
I spent so much of my high school years in many different types of locker rooms.
Yeah.
That doesn't. No, not really.
Okay.
It's happened.
I mean, like, I'm
But
sure
not
there's like a time.
To such a consistent level,
Like,
and
there's
then just shouting nonsense.
Constant pushing
Constant
happening.
pushing, and their words don't make any sense at all.
If I was one of those girls, I'd be like, excuse me, you're gonna hurt someone.
Well, they might be the worst.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. But, okay, I'm not going to complain about the first 2 minutes this much.
No.
But that guy goes up and he hits a pipe. And then Landon's like, oh, there's a pipe in there. And he found it.
Yeah.
And everyone takes off. But he, I don't know, runs into a big barrel of something.
Yeah, because he's looking at the cop and not at where he's driving.
I didn't get what... I thought he was going to give up at that point. But no, he just runs into something.
Yeah.
Did he just want to be caught?
I think so.
Is that what they were trying to get?
I don't think so. I think he was caught and he's annoyed about it. It doesn't seem like he wants to be caught.
Because he just seemed resigned, like he was giving up. But then he ran into something. I don't know. That sequence was bad, but I'm going to stop talking about it. But then, even though he's like one of the real bad kids, he still goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to church.
I wondered if his mom made him go to church that day because he was so bad the night before.
It seems like he always goes, though.
Right, because Jamie's dad, Mandy Moore's dad, says, I see you from the pulpit every Sunday. And
you don't think I can see you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you think I could? It's a room. You're in front of him.
You're like 10 feet in front of me because they're in like the third pew.
I guess it's just the South. Everyone goes to church.
Everyone goes to church. It's just part of your day. Yeah, and you get some really interesting guilty looks from people, but I also feel like I didn't know the characters well enough, like the supporting characters in that first scene.
Are all the other punks there too?
At least one of them is.
But not the black kid. He's not allowed in, right?
I don't know. I can't remember, honestly.
I got things to say about that character too.
Yeah, that was
like, okay, well, we got a black guy. Does anyone here know black people or is black? And everyone's like, no, never. So I don't know. Let's just make him say brother all the time. They say brother a lot, right? It was rough.
It was
how
rough.
they made that guy talk.
And I'm sure he is like a really well-spoken guy who's
Maybe.
just like an actor. And
They just wrote very bad dialogue, especially for the teenage boys.
yes, I agree.
And that one time when he plays his own music and it's Missy Elliott, and then Landon has to go, whoa, none of that Soul Train here. What? That was unnecessarily racist.
It really was. It was very, very racist, and it was kind of alarmingly racist. Like, it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just like, oh, wow,
Why,
okay.
why would you have to do that?
That was so out of the tone of the rest of the movie. But yeah, I just think that we could have cut 50% of the guy friends.
Yes.
If not 60%. But there was just so many like hangers on that I was just not interested in.
Yeah.
That like really cluttered everything up just for more pushing, I guess, to like propel people around due to pushing.
So then she quickly becomes charmed with him.
Yes.
Because he's an asshole?
So it's like she doesn't know that he has to tutor and do the play because he was bad. Like,
You'd
because
think
it's a
she
punishment.
would, because her father makes a big deal about it.
Yeah. But it's like she really likes him and she's framing it in her brain as like he really wants to do this.
I thought that as well. Do you think the movie is playing it as she's charmed because he's doing charitable work and doesn't know that this is a punishment?
That doesn't make any sense because
No, it doesn't.
everyone else seems to know.
And if that was the case, you should say it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on there. But we kind of skipped over something big and ridiculous. So for the crime of drinking and driving into something and paralyzing a kid?
Possibly hazing someone?
Could that kid walk again?
Yes.
Do we see him walk again?
No.
Is he paralyzed?
Maybe.
Did they ruin that kid's life?
Well, I didn't really understand how you like smash your face open jumping off of a like 10-foot tower.
Well, there's a pipe in there.
Oh, right.
Remember the pipe? He picks it up and goes, oh, this pipe was in there.
Oh.
He found it very quick.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could have spent a little bit more time, but I also wanted to get away from that part of the movie so like quickly.
This is one of those things where I'm like, what are you doing with this? Because they go back to that kid once.
Yeah.
So they want to include it, but they don't actually want us to like
Think
get
about
anything
it or
from it.
like, yeah,
He goes back and apologizes, then like make that something.
make that like means.
We're like, okay, here's some growth, moving on. We didn't really linger with that at all or actually learn anything. But what I was saying is the punishment for all of those crimes is 3 things. 1, be a janitor.
Yes.
Because we're saying like, that person's job and livelihood, that's like punishment for you.
Yeah.
That's what you get instead of jail.
I'm sure
that guy's life
janitors
is the jail for you.
feel great about that.
Second, tutor underprivileged children.
Yes. It was like their sister school or something. Yeah.
Tutor. And then last, be the lead in a musical.
Yes.
How many people auditioned for that musical?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that the principal was probably like, yeah, paint some sets, be strong, and like lift things, not be the lead in the musical.
This drama teacher / director or whatever, she's terrible.
She is terrible. She's like touching students for one thing.
So yeah, the way she directs is she physically moves them in every movement, all the hands and feet and everything, as if they were dolls.
Yes.
That's how she directs. And she's like, well, you've never acted before. You're here as punishment. Lots of people are trying to be in this play, but fuck all them.
Yeah.
You're my lead because you got that bad boy in you. And I can see it.
And what is this movie about? Or what is this?
Oh, this play.
Not the movie, the play.
So it was written by one of the high school kids, and it's like a gangster movie.
Gangster play?
About like a cocktail lounge or a speakeasy, and there's a singer in there, and one lady pushes him over and over again, and then the other one can sing, and they fall in love.
Yeah. And she's dressed as the Grim Reaper.
And it's like, I'm Tommy the Tommy Gun or something stupid
yes,
like
that's
that.
right. It was like a very generic gangster name.
Oh yeah, and she's dressed as the Grim Reaper.
Yes.
So she's playing
the beginning of the play.
Death, I think.
Yeah. And then she takes off her Grim Reaper outfit and is an angel?
Oh, remember that movie we watched where Megan Fox is an angel?
Yeah.
What a piece of garbage that was.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. I can't even remember what it's called, but
Me neither. Passion Play.
Passion Play.
If
Very
you want
confusing title.
the most
too.
ridiculous movie that's terrible and not necessarily in a fun way, go watch Passion Play.
Yeah.
But back to this one. They guess they never did a dress rehearsal because he's shocked by how she looks.
Yes. So, like, you and I have both done theater in many different iterations. Would you say that the first time you interact with any of your co-stars is opening night?
No, I'd say you would, in the final week, you have at least 3 full speed runs and a dress rehearsal. And then all like the tech stuff.
Yeah, and like you're very bonded by opening night with your cast, and you could probably do it in your sleep at that point.
Yeah.
I also found it shocking that they only had 3 weeks to put this together. So I guess no time for a dress rehearsal. First thing to go,
been like
dress rehearsal.
a 5-minute play.
It might have
Because in the rehearsals, we only see that one scene of him getting pushed over and over again.
right.
It might be like a 5-minute play.
And we saw it in real time.
And we've only seen 3 characters in this play also.
It's a 5-minute play, and then there's a 10-minute song on the end.
Right. That just says the word pray over and over again.
Yeah. And she's got curly hair, so you know that she's like sexy.
And there's 4 people on the stage just watching.
And you can see them from the audience.
Because we get the
entire
camera
time.
in the audience and you can see all these people just standing there watching.
Yeah, everyone's
Move
like
back.
right at the lip of the curtain.
Yeah.
And standing shoulder to shoulder.
Just hanging out, watching.
I'm sure in your theater time too, there was like tape on
put
the
tape on the
floor
ground of
to
where
show
you could
you
be
where
seen.
you
Yep.
can stand. Yeah, so I'm like, well, this clearly wasn't taped. And I like that we're coming from this being like, this is a very unrealistic play. Use your
The thing
theater
is,
better.
Everybody here has probably done theater.
Yeah,
They're a
true.
bunch of actors. They should know better.
Yeah, and you can't stand shoulder to shoulder with someone and watch the play like you're in the audience.
Was the kiss in the script?
I don't think so.
I kind of got that impression too.
Because the writer walks
say.
by and says, like, nice rewrite, Carter.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so they did mention it. Good.
I wasn't sure if it was because he forgot his
because he says that thing
line for a
about you're
second.
beautiful and that's all I know or whatever it is.
Yeah, or if it's because he decided to kiss her.
Yeah.
And then that would probably also be something that you would practice at least once.
You should make that a point, though. If he's putting that in, that's substantial. That means something.
Yeah.
You should talk about it.
Yeah. Nope. Hadn't seen her costumes, heard her song, seen her entrance. Nothing seemed to happen before the song. They had not practiced any of it.
And then Belinda, who's one of those pieces of garbage.
Wait, her name's Belinda?
Belinda.
How do I not know that?
I clocked that because I was like, wait a minute, her name's Belinda?
Belinda's the one that's in love with Landon, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
When
okay.
she sees him kiss someone in a play,
Yeah.
and he keeps saying, Belinda, there's nothing between us. She is furious that he would kiss someone in a play.
Yeah. Not like they were acting or anything. Belinda's never heard of acting, so.
Does Landon think astronomy and Christianity are the same thing?
I don't.
He keeps getting confused about the difference between looking through a telescope and believing in God.
Yeah,
That happens multiple times.
it does. It really does.
I would argue they're kind of more at odds with each other than being the same thing.
Because, like, it's science and then, like, what I assume is, like, a Southern Baptist preacher. We're not, like, super sciencey in that church, I feel like. I don't know if it's, like, you know how, like, when you're looking up at the sky and you're praying and you're like, God and heaven are up there.
Wait. I don't, because I don't. But do Christian people look to the stars to pray? I don't think that's a thing, is it?
I don't know. I feel like it's, like, what you tell children.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, grandma went to the heavens.
Yeah, but I think that's why they're at odds, because you don't point and go like, see there, see Venus? That's where she is. It's more like ephemeral. Heaven's like somewhere.
Yeah.
You don't point to places and say that's where she is, which is what she's doing with the telescope, looking at specific things. So I
Right.
think you're way more Christian than I am.
No.
No?
Well, I mean, I grew up with it, but yes.
So you're way more Christian than I am. I don't think. People out there, you tell me, if you pray to stars and go like, that is heaven, and like, there it is. I don't think that's a thing. I know it's more of an ephemeral up there, but I don't
Yeah.
think you look at planets and go like, there's God up there. That's him.
Yeah, okay, no, like not specific planets, but it's like he's up there.
Sure.
Up.
Yeah, they can't see what you're
generally.
doing.
Sorry, I'm like pointing at the sky, but like waving my hand around like it's like
But
just
indoors,
generic up.
because then it's not specific.
Yeah.
When you're looking through a telescope, I don't think you're looking for God.
No. Okay, you're right.
And he keeps thinking that, like, oh, yeah, you believe these things, all that God stuff, when she's looking through a telescope. That's not a religious activity, looking through a telescope.
No.
And he also says, like, oh, you don't know what you want. You're just hiding behind your telescope. I don't know if that's a thing that's ever happened.
You like science. You don't know what you want.
Remember when they mock her for only having one sweater, but he wears that Puerto Rican flag shirt every day?
Did notice that he wore that like 5 times during the movie. Did they only have a budget for like 3 shirts for him? It's very strange. Everyone gets 2 outfits and that's it.
Yeah. This does look like it was quite low budget. I don't actually know anything about it, but by looking at it, it seemed that way.
It says it cost $11.8 million.
Okay.
And it made $47.5 million. in the
Yeah, I
box
think this was
office.
very successful.
It
I
was.
thought it was actually more successful than that.
Yeah. I would have been weirded out had a boy bought me a sweater without previous like dating.
Well, yeah, everything moves real quick with
Oh
those
my God,
two.
it was like 4 days. 4 days. And she's like, don't fall in love with me. And then he's like,
No,
I love
Don't
you.
Fall in Love with Me was
Oh, at the beginning of the
before.
movie. Yeah. When she needed, or when he needed help.
Yeah.
And then he's like, 4 days later, he's like, I love you.
Yes.
And she's like, I told you not to fall in love with me.
Well, first, we have to go through that Virgin Mary poster bit.
Oh, yes. Right. When Belinda,
A real piece of trash.
Yeah, she really was.
So to get back at her for... She didn't do anything, right?
Being pretty in the play.
Yes, right. Well, and we do a classic thing where we're like, oh, look how ugly this person is. But it's Mandy Moore.
It's Mandy Moore, gorgeous pop star. She just has like bangs and she's wearing like a lumpy green sweater. Yeah. It's very situational.
They just dress her like a 1996 mom and they're like, yeah, she's terrible now, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then they go on to Microsoft Paint and... Yes. Do some really primitive photoshopping her head onto a like bikini lady.
Yeah, like that's how they really stick it to her. We're like, we're gonna put your head on a sexy body that's clearly not you.
Well,
haha.
Her face is in black and white.
Yeah,
and the body is color.
Yes.
So like, let's work a little harder here.
All these teens are like the worst and they're terrible because that's how adults always write, like the bully. But it also doesn't make any sense.
But they're also terrible at being the worst because...
What does that do?
Sure.
It just reminds Landon like, oh yeah, there's a sexy body under there. Huh, I kind of forgot about that. Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the tip. I'm going to go find that now.
I'm going to go find that. Yeah, that was a very strange choice.
I don't know why in so many teen movies there's always a flyer.
Yeah, there's a lot of flyers.
I thought there would be more flyers in my high school experience just based on the movies of the time. I was
never handed out a bullying flyer once.
No, I really...
It happens in movies all the time.
Expected to have to like keep my eye out for those bullying flyers because they're going to ruin your life.
Yeah, copies are expensive.
Oh my God. Like 25 cents a piece of paper.
So my theory, you know, like the head douche.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
No, me neither.
But man, I hated that character.
Yeah, he was terrible.
And I know you want him to be hated, but I hated him in a way that took me out of the movie. But my theory is he's in love with Landon.
Yeah.
So hear me out. So first of all, he hates his girlfriend. In the first scene, he almost hits her.
Yes.
Later on, when him and Landon are like arguing, the douche's girlfriend goes to touch him and he does not want to be touched.
Well,
and
he almost hits her again.
Yeah. So clearly, I think he is violent with her.
Yes, I think so. I think
an abusive
he's
person.
Slapping her around when the camera's not there.
Yes. So he wants nothing to do with this woman or I think any women.
Any women. And he's taking it out on her violently because
because he can't deal with his own
so
stuff.
Closeted.
And then when Landon hits him, this guy who's willing to punch people at any moment and is very close to hitting his girlfriend at school in the cafeteria, when someone punches him, he doesn't hit him back. He says, you know what? You and me are through. He breaks up with him.
Yeah.
And he's hurt.
He is hurt. And it's really interesting to see his reaction to that.
It's very strange, but I think it's because he's in love with him and can't come to terms with that himself.
And now he's like, he likes this girl. We're never going to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Landon liking her is throwing Landon's heterosexuality in the douchebag's face.
Yes.
And that gets him twice, both because he knows like, oh, I can't have him because he's with a girl and he likes girls. And also that's making him feel like he's already very self-conscious of it because of the way he's been brought up.
Yeah.
That like homosexuality is wrong and it's being thrown in his face more now because he's seeing his friend being all hetero and he wishes he was that because he's very full of self-loathing, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's why he's so like hairpin trigger about
he's also just a piece of garbage.
He is a piece of garbage, but he's also
outside
very reactive in any situation
when a woman touches him.
Yeah. And I think we're just overcorrecting with the macho-ness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those giant belt buckles.
Oh my God. He wears very slim cut jeans in comparison to everyone else. And he has his shirt tucked in.
Yep.
And I know that they're trying to make him look like a cowboy or something, but he looks so different from everyone else.
He looks ridiculous. He looks like he's what an old man thinks a teen tough looks like.
Yep. Tough teen, tucked in plaid shirt. There it is.
So now we go on their first date, and I don't know how you dance to that music that they were playing.
It's just like a shuffle from foot to foot.
It's just elevator music, but they go dance.
They go dance, and they look really cute dancing.
Do they?
I don't know.
You're not that confident in
I'm not that confident in it. But you know what it is? It's like an older person restaurant. Mm-hmm. And then when the kids get up and dance, it's always cute.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And that's when he says, I love you on the first date.
Yeah. Yeah. He loves her. And she cries about it because he's not supposed to fall in love with her. That was the one rule.
Yeah.
One rule, Landon. He loves her.
I'm going to start telling that to people more often.
That you love them?
No, that if they ask me for anything, like, oh, can you pass me that? I was like, okay, but I have one rule. Don't fall in love with me.
Yeah, please start doing that.
Hey, could you give me a ride to the airport? Like, okay, but I have one rule.
Don't fall
in love with me.
Hey, Sam, can you print name tags for this event? Yeah, but I have one rule. Don't fall in love with me. And be like, okay, I'm going to
But now you put it in their head.
Else. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what she did. She planted the seed.
Yeah. And I think you're more likely to get people to fall in love with you.
If you
tell them explicitly not to.
Tell them not to?
Because before they're like, well, I hadn't even thought of it, but now that you mention it,
And then you're also
some thinking to do.
Like a little bit of defiance in there too. Like, just watch me fall in love with you.
You don't tell me who to fall in love with. I love you now.
Fall in love with who I want to fall in love with, and right now it's
you're
you.
the love of my life. How do you feel about
now
that?
Now we're getting married. Enjoy. He never acted like that, but just is exactly what would happen in my brain.
My next note here is when his mom
is like
finds that like, oh, my teenage son has goals, and she's like, oh, honey, you're too dumb for goals.
Yeah, it's like finish high school, become a doctor. What else was
yeah, he wants to get into med school, I think.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, Landon,
no,
that's gonna take a lot of work, aka you're dumb.
Yeah, I don't believe in you. You're not great.
Yeah,
and to be fair, he's not great.
I mean,
he's a piece of trash.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if his mom had never seen him like excel at anything, because that's kind of how it seems like he is just in this movie.
He seems smart though. But I think that's more a product of the writers not being able to write teens.
Yeah. And his dad's a doctor. Mm-hmm. But
so it's not crazy to think that a son of a doctor would want to be a doctor.
Yeah. But also, it doesn't ever seem like he has any kind of like drive or goal ability.
Yeah, not even at driving.
Yeah.
He doesn't have drive while he drives. He just gave up and ran into that thing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, his mom being like, oh, honey, I don't know. That's pretty rude.
And his mom is played by Daryl Hannah.
Yes.
Who, I have to say first, I like. She's done so many great things. And is just a really interesting person. If you ever read a biography of her, I thought she was terrible in this.
Yeah.
She seemed weird.
Yes.
Stilted. It reminds me of who's that lady who's very popular now because she has that very distinctive voice and was in like Legally Blonde and stuff, and often will play a mom who's like on pills. The Snap and Pop or whatever. What's her name?
Oh, the Bend and Snap.
Bend and Snap. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. This seems like she was channeling her, and it seemed like she was playing the mom as if she were on painkillers.
Jennifer Coolidge is who you're talking about. Yes. All I could think of was Paulette, because that's her name in Legally Blonde.
Didn't this seem like a Coolidge-esque performance?
It did. So I was reading a little bit today about the making of this movie, and apparently Daryl Hannah got like botched lip injections before filming started.
Yes, she did.
And so towards the end of the movie, they get a little bit more better, like a little bit more natural, and like believable. But
mention that, but I think I don't need to mention how women look terrible.
So I'm wondering if that threw off her performance a lot, because your face is like probably either in pain or moving differently, and you're
or
like,
just frozen because
or
she
frozen.
seemed. I said she seemed like she was sedated because she wasn't
using
emoting
her face. Yeah. And so I have a feeling that probably affected her performance like greatly.
That makes a lot of sense to me, actually.
Is because like your mouth is a big part of acting, I feel like.
It really is.
And I feel like if you're getting lip injections and they aren't going well, like they're not healing well, I feel like
it doesn't
great. Look good. And it's not what you're usually, like the product that you're usually doing as an actor.
Do you know where she lives now? She's like somewhere, all I know is like it's rural Canada somewhere. She's married to Neil Young. They live very privately away somewhere.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. She was romantically linked with like JFK, Neil Young, and there's like a bunch of other like...
Jackson Brown. Oh, she was one of the women who brought allegations against Harvey Weinstein. There's lots of people.
That's not who I was thinking of. There was something more, someone you'd like. Oh, Val Kilmer was saying like the only person who like really broke my heart was Daryl Hannah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's
But this, not her best work.
Not her
and
best work.
From what I've seen, her worst work.
Yeah, and also this brown wig that they put her in. I know they were probably...
Yeah.
So she's blonde normally, right?
I've only seen her as blonde.
I wonder if with the lip injections, they were trying to like mom her down a little bit.
Maybe they didn't want her to be a Coolidge 20 years later.
Yeah.
Even though this
and
was
so they were
2002.
like, what do moms have? Moms have nondescript brown hair.
They
and
sure do.
bangs and
Well,
like...
I was going to say, what do moms have? Well, let's see what Mandy Moore is wearing.
Yeah. Let's just make her an aged up Mandy Moore.
And they kind of did.
Yeah. But yeah, I was reading that, and then I was really kind of thinking about what Daryl Hannah looks like and acts like in this movie, and I'm like, I bet the lip injections really affected her. Mm-hmm. And then also they put a brown wig on her because she was looking a little too like Hollywood
that makes
with
sense.
The lip injections as well, and then the blonde hair. But oh man, she should not do brown hair.
It didn't seem right.
It was like the wrong shade for her skin tone. She like just didn't look good. And I felt sad for her because she's like an established actress and you'd think that she'd want to look good in a movie. But I don't know.
All right, what happens next?
They go on another date and Landon starts asking her about her wants and needs for the future. Like, are you applying to colleges? Have you heard back yet? And then she breaks down and tells him about her leukemia. And it gets real sad.
And he's like, why didn't you tell me? This is their third date.
Well, you know how
met.
in like date 2 you list all of your relevant medical issues.
Well, when date 1's I love you, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah. When date 1's a like really expensive dinner and I love you. Yeah, date 3 is probably I have cancer.
Yeah. And then he rushes off to his dad's house and he's like, Dad, I have her girlfriend. She has leukemia. Help her.
And he's like, I'm a cardiologist.
And then his response is like, typical. And this lead is like, wait, what? What did you want me to do? Like,
say more than 10 words to me.
He's like, come right now. Go cure my girlfriend's cancer.
Yeah.
What's he expecting? I don't know.
Oncologists train so much longer than cardiologists too, because like cancer is a very like difficult specialty. And oh my God, just to like show up in the middle of the night, this man was sleeping. And then to be like, you're my girlfriend, you're the worst, and storm off. Like, give me a second to like wake up.
You haven't talked to me in 4 years. I don't know. This was a lot.
How about, hi, Dad?
I also liked how you said speciality.
Is that not the word?
No, it is now.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people would say specialty.
It's speciality.
I like speciality.
It's fancier.
Yeah, it seems like how I would say it.
If I went to school for like 15 years to become a doctor, yeah, I have a speciality, not a specialty.
So now that we know she's sick, everyone's like, oh, you know how we all hated you and hated her? We don't hate her now because she's going to die, so it's cool. Like,
Which is exactly what she was trying to avoid.
Yeah. So now everyone's nice to her. His friend comes back and they do their secret handshake again, but it's like a real sad version.
But it's sad, yeah.
That cracked me up.
Did you said you didn't like their secret handshake, the part where they like scissor fingers?
Oh yeah, the finger scissor seemed gross. I don't like that.
It was weird.
And then they like take a hit off a joint and then put it out on the other guy's shoulder. Is that what that was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever had a secret handshake.
Oh, I've had some secret handshake. None involved finger scissoring though.
Yeah, they're so sad, and there's a lot of like sunset shooting in this part of the movie. Like everything seems to be like, oh, it's like so romantic.
Sun is setting on her life.
Sun is setting on her life. Yeah, it's like very literal. And she passes out and it ends up in the hospital, and he just like never goes home again.
So here, I actually start turning on the movie.
Yeah.
I start coming into it because I
was
think
like already crying.
it took me way longer to get emotionally involved because the first third is trash. I really think it's quite bad. You were affected as soon as she goes to the hospital.
Yeah.
I, at that point, was like, I don't even care about, like, especially not him. And then she's kind of a prop in this movie.
She is, yeah.
Which I feel bad about. What's her name? Justine? Mandy Moore?
Mandy Moore.
You don't know either. Jamie.
Jamie.
Who is Jamie? Oh, she likes God and telescopes.
Yeah.
But you don't get a good feel of who she is.
Yeah, it's not, we needed another date where she like takes him on a day in her life.
Landon, at least, although I think they do a poor job of characterization, I feel like I get who he is.
Yeah.
And at this point, we start to get to see some growth, which is probably the best stuff from him.
Yeah.
But Jamie is just a prop in Landon's story more than she is a fully fledged character. But I think this could be said about everyone.
It's true.
Like, we don't really have a lot of three-dimensional characters.
No.
Nobody develops.
The best friend is there to do that silly handshake and to be like, it's okay, dude.
He's kind of a dick, but not the worst. The other guy is just a complete asshole all the time. But if someone's dying, then he'll be nice to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Belinda is like, I'm a complete asshole, but if you're dying, I won't be.
Yeah.
That's their whole character.
Yeah, it's just a little too bad that we didn't get like one or two really fleshed out characters.
Yeah.
Instead of 20 background characters.
But at least for Jamie, you could give her some more. All of her characterization is in reference to him, how she feels about him, not how she changes because of him, but how her feelings towards him change.
Yeah.
Her only growth is having different feelings towards this man, which is like, it's kind of rough. I don't like that. She is more of a plot moving force for his story rather than her story about dying young, which is, that's a story.
That is a story.
We don't really go on that journey as much. All it is these are some things I want to do, and we'll see what we can do about them. And that is just a complete plot contrivance. And I get, yes, it is a plot contrivance. It is very artificial. And that's not necessarily bad, but then do something with it. Because when you start off with things like, number 8, be in 2 places at one time. I didn't remember the movie, and I was like, so there's going to be a scene where they go stand on a border somewhere. Like, why would you write that? Like, why would Jamie, the person, write that?
Yeah.
Did she mean literally she wants to exist in 2 planes of existence at once? Or did she mean, I want to go stand on a border? Because if she literally meant it, like, what was she thinking?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
There was a lot of things on that list, like witness a miracle and like...
And it's all for it to pay off later when he goes and does these things and you're like, oh, you never witnessed a miracle. I did. It was you. I'm not saying that's terrible writing, but it is very clearly contrived because we want those things to pay off later. I get that. That's fine. I think you could do a better job of it, but I'm being picky. But if that's what you're doing, make that a bit. Go through that list and bring the list up in the end of Act 1, have her reveal she's sick. So then act 2 is them going through that.
Yeah.
His growth can start there. We get to see her character develop. And sure, it can be in regards to him as well, because they will grow together. We actually get some character stuff. We spend more time with the two of them in their relationship, which I think is the better stuff, because this is a straight up romance. How come they're not together until like the last bits of the movie? It's like the last half hour that they get together, which is weird.
Yeah, I really did think that there was more of them in this movie than there actually was.
There should be. They should get together at the end of the first act, do the reveal that she's sick, have them grow together and have that time together. And then the third act can be your tragic ending towards it all. That's, I think, a better movie, because the strength of this movie is not him and his asshole friends. It's the two of them together.
Yeah.
Really, it's her. Mandy Moore, I think, is very good in this. I think Shane West is fine in this, and a lot of other people were grading.
They were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not give more of that? Why are you trying to hide or delay the romance of a straight up romance movie? Is this movie supposed to be like, oh, this part is for all the teenage boys, and then the romance stuff is for the teenage girls? Is that what they were trying to do? Because there's way too much of teen boy douchebaggery in this movie.
Yes. And I feel like at the end he says something like, we had a wonderful summer. I'm like, show us the summer.
Right?
Show us the summer. End with Mandy Moore passing away with all of her friends and family around her, and then Landon coming back like it is at the end. But like, show us more. They get married really young. Show us like how that went. I'm sure like having leukemia and then having like a 17-year-old husband is probably like not the norm. Like,
So do you want to jump to the end?
sure.
So there were some other things to talk about, but I was going to ask you this, but I think maybe you answered me. They do the wedding. And there's so many dissolves in that wedding.
Oh my God.
This movie loves dissolves.
They do.
I haven't seen this many dissolves in a movie in a long time.
Since 2002.
I was going to say like in a late 90s music video. But the narrator, him as a narrator, says, oh yeah, and then she died. Do you feel cheated as a viewer that it goes from wedding to like, oh yeah, now she's dead, and we don't get to see all that? But you kind of said already that you wish you'd seen more.
I wish I'd seen more of that. Because yeah, you get this like you said, you're buying into their story and you're buying into their story, and then all of a sudden it's over. And I feel like if we had had a little bit more of their story, it would have been more satisfying. Not satisfying when she dies, but like satisfying
Sure.
when his story abruptly changes like that. It felt very jarring. Like, you know, Jamie's going to die because she's not responding to treatment and she's very, very sick, and like they get married because she's dying. But it's like, yeah, and then she died. It's like very unsatisfying way to end a movie where you've been building romance.
So I'm of two minds of this. In one way, I like that choice to just say it rather than showing it, because we're not getting into all the real heavy-handed and sometimes manipulative stuff of watching her die, and then we just cry for the last 20 minutes of it.
You didn't?
Well, I mean, then it would be way more if
True.
we get 20 minutes of her dying at the end.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I respect the choice to just avoid that and go out kind of on a high, because you kind of go out on the wedding, which in itself is sad and tragic because we know what's happening. I respect that choice, but I feel like for that choice, you need to have made the relationship between them stronger. Because with me, I hadn't bought into their relationship until quite recently. I thought it made no sense why they were together. They get together relatively late in the movie.
Yeah.
So at the wedding, that was the first time that I felt invested in that relationship.
Right.
Maybe when he builds that telescope, because I was like, okay, I get it. And I liked that he's learning to dance and he's building the telescope.
Yeah.
Those were good bits.
Yeah.
That should have been fleshed out. So then by the time the wedding comes, if you just give me the wedding, and I know that it has this tragic ending because that's the movie, and then you say, we had a great summer and she passed away. I think that would work better because I've already been invested in their wedding. But it took me longer to get there than you because they get together so late and the first 30% of this movie's terrible.
Yeah.
So I was only getting invested in it when they're like, oh yeah, now it's over. I felt cheated because not necessarily the choice of not showing the death. I kind of respect that choice, but I didn't get to see enough of them together.
Yeah, I agree.
The bits of their relationship we do have, it's more about him like learning to not be just the worst. It wasn't really about the relationship as much.
Yeah.
So I felt a little cheated about that this is a movie, a tragic love story. It somehow felt light on the love story.
Yeah, I agree. I think more love story in your heavy romance movie. So I know we just complained about the movie a lot, but did you cry at all during it?
Not actually.
No? Okay.
I saw the points. There was something else besides just the wedding that I thought was like getting there, but I just didn't buy in enough.
Yeah, I could see
Had
that.
they made those choices that I talked about, then maybe. But you, right as she got sick, yes?
When he was dancing with his mom.
Oh, see, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, he's got a soul. He's like becoming a better person. Mm-hmm. And I was like in. And I think because I like know what the story is and like I remembered everything about it. So it was very much like I knew what was coming. And that also made me cry a little bit because I was like, no, it's about to get so much sadder. But I just kind of cried until the end of the movie.
But I do think that's a part of it, that we know where it's going, and that does the emotional heavy lifting that the actual script does not do.
Right.
But overall, what do you think? Still love it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like sappy and dumb, but like when you strip away all the like teenage boy nonsense and like all of that, it is like just a nice romance movie. And I was in it.
You were in this?
No, I was not in this. I mean, I was like mentally with the movie.
Yeah.
I was on the same page as the movie. What about you?
I wanted to be, but it felt like the movie didn't want me to be until too late. There's a lot of things that are bad. Like, a lot of it doesn't make sense. The first while is pretty bad. It's uneven. The narrative is very predictable. Most of its characters are very thin and don't have much to them. But because of how it ends, it leaves you feeling, I don't want to say feeling good because most people are going to cry in it.
Yeah.
But it ends way stronger than it starts. So you leave feeling like this was a more successful movie than maybe it was all the time. Mm-hmm. Because it is successful. I liked how sincere the movie is. There's no detached irony to it. Like they feel everything all the time and go for it. I like that. Because that's what this movie is about. It should be about feeling everything 100%. I think Mandy Moore was very good. This is her first role or first big role? This is her
first movie.
Okay. I think she was quite good. I don't think she's given much to do, but she is very good in everything that she does do. Mm-hmm. I think what you were talking about, the bad boy being redeemed by love, that stuff is good. They didn't put nearly enough of that in there, but I loved those bits of him learning to dance and building the telescope and showing his love. That should have started earlier so we could follow that through and then get into their relationship more. So all of the things that make it the tragic romance we think of, that's the best stuff. I just wish they would have the strength to bring that to the forefront. Like, why are you pushing all of that so late into your script? That should be the movie.
Yeah.
I don't get why it's delayed so much. It feels like the movie is kind of not sure if the romance story is good enough to hold a movie. So we get little things like, oh yeah, this guy's paralyzed. We don't need to worry about it though. We'll just get he has a bad relationship with his dad. Yeah, don't worry about that though. We'll just move on.
I would like a little bit more about his relationship with his dad, because I think that makes him a fuller character. Like,
exactly,
he's acting out because did his dad walk out on his mom and marry someone new? Because
everything we see of the dad seems like he's great.
I only know that because there was a woman at the door one time when he shows up in the middle of the night at his dad's house. Like,
they may have been divorced for 15 years and he's been married for 10. Like, we don't know what's going on. But they throw these little things in, but don't explore them, which is kind of frustrating. Either just don't talk about it or do something with it.
Yeah.
Use the father relationship to develop his character, but we don't really.
Yeah.
Use his guilt about that possibly paralyzed guy to develop his character, but we don't.
No.
So do it or don't. Don't just say, like, here's some other stuff, because it feels like you're not confident in your A romance story. And I think you should just bring that in. Stop distracting with other stuff that you're not even going to fully explore. Make this about what it's about, because that's what people remember about it. They don't remember all of these other things, I assume. They want this, the tragic romance. And we spend too little time on that, and that is its strongest part. And I think that's why people love this movie so much. I don't love this movie. I liked that aspect of it. If that was the majority of the movie, I'd like it a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to move everything back 20 minutes.
Or up 20 minutes.
Up 20 minutes, sorry, yeah. And I think that would make it a more compelling movie.
Yeah.
And add 20 minutes onto the end.
Add another 20 minutes?
No,
it's long
like,
enough.
Take it off the front.
Oh, sure.
Put it on the back so
There
that
you
we
go.
get more love story.
What was the walk to remember?
Did they do a lot of walking in this movie?
Not really.
Huh. I don't know why it's called A Walk to Remember.
I think it's from the book.
Mm-hmm. The book, which was supposed to be set in like 1950.
The whole part of him being a bad boy but still in church every Sunday makes more sense.
It does, actually. It really does. I don't really know why it's called A Walk to Remember, but the book is apparently very different. I haven't read it in many, many years, so I don't actually remember it. But go watch A Walk to Remember. And if you haven't already, you know all about it.
Is this your best Nicholas Sparks movie?
I think so.
Yeah.
I only think I saw The Notebook like once. And that's really the only one I can like think of right now that I saw, and it kind of like stayed with me. Mm-hmm. But I think this, yeah, sure, it's my favorite.
I only have seen a couple, and I think this is the best one, but I want to say something about one, but not spoil it, so I just won't tell you what movie it is.
Okay.
But there's a movie that kind of acts as a sequel to this in a very strange way.
Oh, okay.
Because there's one where it's ridiculous. There's one that has straight up ghosts in it.
Oh.
And it's like the ghost of a first wife. And like it works as a sequel to this movie.
I can't wait to watch that because that sounds crazy. And there is a remake of this movie that is in development.
On its way, I heard about that. Seems unnecessary, but maybe, hey, taking my advice, you're going to put the contrivance of that list in. Bring that list in beginning of Act 2. They're going through the list. They're growing together. Have a tragic Act 3. Wallow in this stuff. This is what the people want.
This is what we wanted. Yeah. So we'll see if that ever sees the light of day. But
maybe we'll talk about it on this podcast in like a couple of years.
Okay, we will see you next week when Indy reveals his big watch for the week after.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do because sometimes I'll play off of what you did, but I don't have anything in my mind. Do I want to go
watch the ghost one?
Well, maybe we'll do a Nicholas Sparks suite at some point, but I'm not going to tell you which one's the ghost one because you kind of have to just watch it. And I don't want to spoil it for people out there who are going to watch all the Nicholas Sparks movies, and we'll have to wait until his Shyamalan movie comes out too.
Oh, I forgot about that. I know that was only last week, but I already forgot about that.
Yeah, so I don't know what I have that's going to kind of play on this. Maybe I'll just do something completely out of nowhere. But I will tell you all about it next week.
Okay, bye everyone.
Goodbye.